Better late than never is what they say, and we are back live here at Georgetown High School. Ready for match number 2. It's your Georgetown Lady Eagles taking on the Academy Lady Bees. Down at Little River Academy, 3A team out of 3A Region 3, District 19, and along with CH, Cameron Yo, Rockdale, Thrall, Lexington, Rogers, and Franklin. And the Lady Eagles will take on the Lady Bees here live in match number 2 of day 2 of this tournament. Then they will turn around and have a 2-match break and come back to play at 2 p.m. against the Rock Hill Blue Hawks. And so the Lady Bees will be in the black spandex green long sleeve jerseys with white shoulders, green sleeves. Academy and capital block print letter in the white with white numerals outlined in gold on the left side of your court. Georgetown back in the black spandex, white long sleeve jerseys with black and blue numerals and lettering. On the floor for the Lady Eagles to start it out, Amelia Earhart, Madeline Bradley, Mallory Miller, Scout Robinson, Amory Anderson, and Jordan Pitt-Kethley, the libero on the floor. Pitt-Kethley receives serve. Left side, the attack by Scout Robinson is the kill off the block from Academy. And Georgetown opens up the scoring 1-0 here in set number 1. Georgetown lost 2-0 to St. Michael's to open up the day at the 9 o'clock match. And so they want to right the ship here and get a win, and then try to win it against Rock Hill to finish at least in second here in this pool. The attack from the libero. Played up. Albright set near side. Bradley with the attack. Dug up. Sent to the far side by the Lady Bees. The attack is long and out by number 7, Caitlin Kamick. So point to Georgetown. 2-0. Georgetown leads it. Mallory Miller serving for Georgetown. Serve to the near sideline, played up by the Bees. Flat-footed attack, blocked at the net. Amory Anderson hits the block for Georgetown, 3-0. Miller to serve again for Georgetown. Send it to the right side. The attack is into the net. Or the block. Give it to Madeline Bradley. She'll get the block for Georgetown. 4-0. Georgetown opens up here in set 1. Bass will send it. Back row attack here. Left-handed swing. And by number 2, Abby Golden goes long. Past the inline, and it's a 5-0 lead here for Georgetown starting out against the Academy Lady Bees. Mallory Miller to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Played up, Bass will set it up. A tip there. Nice play by Pitt-Kethley to get that ball up on a dig. And an attack from Madeline Bradley and a kill. 6-0, Georgetown leads it. A great effort there by the libero. Jordan Pitt-Kethley to dig that one. And got a good ball up for Amelia Albright to set for Bradley. Miller serves it, leading by 6. Overpass on the serve receive, hit back down by Bradley. The Bees will fight it off, and the free ball sent over. Bradley will play it up. Albright back set. Scout Robinson the attack into the block. Miller keeps it alive. Good effort there. Near side. Bradley, a little roll shot, but into the block and down. Nice block by Kayla Bass for the Bees. And a side out to Academy. There, 1-6. They trail by 5. Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. Title sponsors Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club and Piedreros, the Western Wear, 4809 on Williams Drive. Bradley receives serve up to Albright. Back to Bradley left side into the block. Dug by Miller. Robinson will send it over to Pitt-Kethley and a free ball sent over. Academy will set it to the far side. The swing there. Dug by Pitt-Kethley, an overpass, and it's knocked back down by Cambry Wilkinson for the Bees. 2-6, they trail by 4. Your set sponsor here for the season, CSCT, construction specialist of Central Texas. Set up, Ambry Anderson with the attack. Dug by the Bees, a pass forward, now a free ball sent over. Pitt-Kethley up to Albright. Tipped over by Anderson. The Bees will set it up to the far side. The attack into the block, and Anderson got a touch on it, but unable to get a second touch were the Lady Eagles, and a 3-point run here for Academy. They cut it to a 3-point deficit. 3-6. Serve across. Miller. Albright. Back set. Robinson. Her attack. And a kill. Scout Robinson. A good swing there from the right side. And a side out back to Georgetown. 7-3. Georgetown leads it by 4. Macy Gates back onto the front row as Ketley, the libero, comes off. And Ambry Anderson drops back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Serve from Anderson. Overpass on the serve receive. Dump back down by Scout Robinson. Good play there. On the overpass, Robinson dumps it back down to the left. And the Bees unable to get that one up. 8-3, Georgetown by 5. Serve from Anderson. Bass tries to dump the second one over. Eagles ready for it. There is a pass a little bit wide here on the near side, and Bradley unable to get it inside the antenna. Side out back to Academy. 4-8. They trail by 4. Back to serve. Goes Kaylin Kamek. Middle of the back row. The jump serve from Kamek. Drops in low, but dug up. Set to Gates. A tip over there. Good dig by the Bees in a battle for it, but they can't get it back over the net. Side out back to Georgetown. 9-4. And now Riley Holland will check in on the back row for Scout Robinson. And Riley Holland will drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles, leading it 8-5. That is not right. Should be 9-4. Serve receive goes off of Kamek, out of play. Point to Georgetown. Should be 10-4, I believe. I've got 10-4. We'll see on there. A serve from Riley Holland. Played up, a tip over. Holland gets a touch on it. And now a free ball sent over by Mallory Miller. Good scramble there. The attack at the net, into the net for Cambry Wilkinson. So a point to Georgetown. 11-4, Georgetown leads it. Riley Holland, the junior, continues her service run here for Georgetown. From the far side, jump serve. A good one. The play by Wilkinson into the net. So an unforced error there. Georgetown extends their lead. 12-4. Georgetown leads it over the Lady Bees. Riley Holland from the far side, jump serve. Middle of the back row, played up, set to the far side. The attack off the block, dug by Miller. Overpass, and good job there by Amelia Albright, but she's going to be called into the net violation. And that'll bring it to a 12-4. 12-5 score. On the side out, back to serve for the Lady Bees goes number 6, Maddie Henderson. She'll be in the middle of the back line, getting ready to, kind of comes this way towards the near sideline. Nice serve. Bradley's serve receive is over Pellet. And the off of Gates out of bounds. Point to the Bees. 6-12. They trail by 6. Here in set number 1. CSCT, Central Construction Specialists of Central Texas, owned by John and Lynn Krogh and Jeremy and Rachel McDougall, proud sponsors of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. Bring you all set actions all season long here for Georgetown. Side out on the service error, first of the set for either team. Scramble for it. But unable to get it inside the antenna are the Bees. Point to Georgetown. The lead up to 8, 14-6. Jump serve here by number 5 who checked in while I wasn't watching. Trisha Carson Walker, the 5'5 senior. The attack by Mallory Miller and a kill. Is unable to get a good touch on it are the Bees. Big swing there by Mallory. 15-6 your score and a timeout called by head coach Jessica Kamek of the Bees. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball will continue in just a minute.
Yeah, I'm the big homie. For those of y'all that don't know me, one and only, name another rapper, this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby shaking baked Brody. Pin rolling, never sleep, I just keep going. Hit my peak now, I just started like my name Tommy. Had a vision, this was destined for my life story. Bible by my side, I keep it like a gun on me. War ready, and we ain't afraid to get bloody. Told me I should quit my day job, that's funny. Hate will always elevate me, I'ma keep showing. Out and selling, record spinning, it ain't never slowing. Take the stakes, take the crown, I don't need it, got the sound. I'ma be the king forever, even when they count me out. Favorite rapper, raise a bar from the ground.
First time out called by Academy now. Carson Walker continues her serve for the Lady Eagles. Back set, slide attack by Macy Gates, dug up by the Bees, a scramble for it. Free ball sent over, Miller, Albright, set to Miller right in the middle in the attack, and a kill for Mallory Miller. 16-6, largest lead for the Lady Eagles, 16-6, a 10-point lead here in set number 1. Carson Walker to serve, sends it deep, played up by the Bees. Pass to the far side, libero sends it over. Miller to Albright, she'll take the second ball and hammer it off the block of the Lady Bees out of play. Kill to Albright, point to Georgetown, 17-6, the lead rose to 11. Carson Walker continues her serve from the far side, and this one into the net for the first service error of the match and set for Georgetown. Back to serve goes the libero, Shaylin Good. Jump serve deep and right in. Right before the end line, an ace there for Good as Riley Holland and Jordan Pitt-Kethley look at each other, have a conversation about it. Good serves again for the Lady Bees. The jump serve. This one short. Pitt-Kethley up to Albright. Back set. Macy Gates with a little punch over. And a great job at the net. Gates and Albright were right there when the Bees tried to punch it over. The block sent it right back down to the court. And side out back to Georgetown. 18-8. What shows on the scoreboard? Pitt-Kethley to serve for Georgetown. Sends it across. An overpass on serve receive. And there's Mallory Miller and Amory Anderson patrolling the net to put it back down for the kill. 19-8. Georgetown by 11. Ball sent over. Scramble here. Free ball sent over on the line by the libero. Good. Albright will set it up. The attack by Riley Holland. Dug up by the Bees. Pass to the far side. The attack. Cross court. Dug by Miller. Albright with a second touch. Sends it back this side. And Miller tries to send it along the net across. They can't do it. Side out back to Academy. 9-19. Academy trails by 10. As Abby Golden back in to serve for the Lady Bees. Golden, the lefty from the back row, sends it across. Pitt-Kethley up to Albright. Slide attack by Anderson. Dug by the libero. The Bees will send over a free ball. Albright will set Miller. Near side attack dug by Good. Overpass on the dig. Another one. Miller sends it down. Now a battle back and forth. Miller now will tip it over the double block and find the weakness just inside the 10-foot line. As the double block from Sodick and Moses committed to Miller's attack, and she read it, tips it over for the kill. Scout Robinson back on. Riley Holland back off on the rotation of the front. Back to serve goes Albright. Down the far sideline. Nice serve there. Scramble here, sent over. Academy. Albright, Pitt-Kethley brings it near side. Mallory Miller. And a miss hit there for the kill by Mallory. Point there. She kind of looks funny at him. Like, that didn't go so well, but it counts for the point. 21-9. Georgetown leads it by 12. Albright to serve from the far side, just over the net, and a screamer that went off the hands of Joe Moses for the point. 22-9. Georgetown leads it. These two schools have played head-to-head 3 times in the past. In the last 3 years in succession, probably here in this tournament, 22, 23, and 2024. And Georgetown has swept all 3 of those matches 2-0. The attack by Miller, dug by Good, the libero. And the Bees will send it over. Albright, Pitt-Kethley Robinson from the right side, and another kill for Scout Robinson. Good swing there. 23-9. Georgetown 2 points away from a first set win, as Amelia Albright will continue her service run here for the Lady Eagles. Sends it over. Serve receive, out of bounds. Ace for the Lady Eagles, and now we have set point here in set number 1. 24-9, but not before Coach Kamick will take her second timeout of the set. We'll take it with him. Lady Eagle Volleyball will continue here in just a moment. Set point for the Eagles. Albright serves it. Good with the dig. Sent far side. The attack into the block and down. Scout Robinson hits the block to end it, and Georgetown takes set 1, 25-9 over the Academy Lady Bees. Quick timeout. When we come back, we'll go to set number 2. Live here from Georgetown High School. It's the Leander Georgetown Eastview Tournament. Live here on day 2. Stay with us. Lady Eagle Volleyball will continue in a minute. Are you looking for a church where real life meets real hope? Check out City View Bible Church, proud sponsor of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. They're all about helping you grow, whether it's with your faith, your marriage, or your healing journey. A ministry for every stage of life. Recovery groups, marriage support, kids and student ministries, and solid Bible teaching for the adults. Join us on Sunday in Round Rock and see what it's all about. 8, 9:45, and 11:30 a.m. services. Learn more at cityviewbible.org. Cityviewbible.org. Proud sponsors of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball and the First Responder Broadcast Team. CSCT, Construction Specialists of Central Texas, bring you all the sets of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball this season. John and Lynn Krogh, Jeremy and Rachel McDougall, the owners of CSCT, proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle Athletics, Georgetown Volleyball. You'll see them everywhere supporting student athletes from Georgetown High School in each and every sport. And I tell you what, you hear the name McDougall, that's because a lot of sports are played at this school, that the history of the Krogs and the McDougalls, and they have them going with their twins playing football, basketball, and cross country for Kendall, who's also here on the volleyball team. But proud sponsors of all things Georgetown High School sports. And then can't go without the title sponsors. You know who makes it all possible. It's that Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club. They bring you all the action live here on the SHN Sports Network. And they have a partner this year, a proud title sponsor of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. It's Piedrero's Shop. It's the Western Wear located at 4809 Williams Drive. in Georgetown, Texas. You can go visit them Tuesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they have it all. Men's boots, hats, women's boots, belt buckles. It is all, and they just remodeled the inside of the store, expanding the showroom area to put all the boots and all the hats and everything on display for you to see. Go by and visit them. Piedreros, proud sponsors of Georgetown Volleyball. We get ready for set number 2 here as we go back live. Remember, all sets brought to you by CSCT, Construction Specialists of Central Texas, as we go to set number 2. Georgetown won set 1, 25-9. And now they get ready for set number 2. On to serve. To start it off for the Lady Eagles will be Amelia Albright. She'll serve from the left side, near side. Sends a rocket over. The Bees will set it up near side. The attack cross court, and it is on the line. Called in by the line judge. So first point to the Bees to open up the set. On the swing by number 10, Joe Moses. And now it's going to be an override. Up ref calls it out. So we'll reset. And Georgetown takes a 1-0 lead. Amelia Albright to serve, the jump serve, and a rocket, but into the net for a service error. First service error of the set, second of the match for Georgetown. And now it'll even it up at 1 apiece. As back to serve goes the libero, Shaylin Good for the Bees. Middle of the back row, jump serve across. Bradley up to Albright, far side. Scout Robinson, the attack dug by Good. Set by Bass near side, the attack into the net. By number 9, Mackenzie Green for the hitting error. Inside out back to Georgetown, 2-1. Georgetown by 1, Mallory Miller. Back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Miller from the near side, sends it down the near line. He's set near side. And Moses unable to get a punch on it. Into the net it goes. Point to Georgetown, 3-1. Number 2, Abby Golden subs in on the back row for Kayla Bass. And now Mallory Miller ready to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Near side, sends it deep. Golden. And number 4, Haley Sodick, the setter, tried to send a second ball touch over the net. Whistled for the double violation. Point to Georgetown. You cannot double on your own side of the net anymore. The setters will not be called for a double if they set it on their own side of the net for their attackers. But if a ball is a double and it crosses the net, it will be called. So it may be a delay before the whistle's blown because they have to let the ball make the trip over and it be considered a double. An ace there by Mallory Miller, 5-1. Georgetown leads it. Miller continues to serve near side. Jump serve across. Tied at the net. Sodick tips it over and a scramble there, and the Eagles get it right back over. Miller, good job there to keep it alive. The attack from the Bees off the block, dug up by Miller. Albright will set it up. Scout Robinson, cross-court shot, a little too much mustard on that one. Hits it wide to the far side. Side out, point to Academy. 2 serving 5. They trail by 3 here in set number 2. Back to serve for the Lady Bees goes Mackenzie Green, number 9, from the middle of the back row. Float serve deep, left side. Miller up to Albright, to Scout in the middle, and off the block, out of bounds. Another kill for Scout Robinson, swinging well here in match number 2. Gets the kill, 6-2. Georgetown leads it. Back to serve goes Amory Anderson, as Macy Gates will come back on the front row. And the libero, Jordan Pinkethley, will step off during the rotation. Anderson to serve into the net for the service error. Second service error of the set. 3 on the match now for the Lady Eagles as Anderson will come off and Pinkethley, libero, back onto the back row. And back to serve goes number 4, Haley Sodick for the Bees. Short middle. Miller. Bradley with the swing and off the block and down for the kill. Nice swing by the freshman, Madeline Bradley. And now a couple of substitutions here. Riley Holland will sub in for Scout Robinson. And number 3, Ellie Linebrink, the 5'8" senior outside hitter, will check in on the front row for Amelia Albright. Riley Holland back to serve near side for the Lady Eagles. Bees dig it up, set to the right side. The attack, dug by Miller. Riley Holland will set. The attack by Linebrink. Is into the block, and it down on the Eagles side. Side out, back to the Bees. 4-7. They trail by 3. Back to serve goes Moses. Far sideline, Bradley. Up to Holland. Back to Bradley, far side. The swing, dug up by the Bees. Second ball sent over. And that draws a frustration from Coach Richardson. She'll take the timeout. 5-7, Academy trails by 2. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues here on the SHN Sports Network in just a moment.
Royalty, put blame on me. Hate my trends. Word up OG, watch how you talking your tone. What I be on, you cannot make me a clone. You already know T versus T.
Back to action we go. The Bees serve it across. Big Ketley up to Holland. Back row attack for Miller. Send it across off the block. Kept alive by Moses. And a second touch unable to be made by the Bees. Side out back to the Lady Eagles. 8-5. They lead by 3. Madeline Bradley will come out. Substituting in will be number 5. Trisha Carson Walker, the 5'5 senior defensive specialist on the back row to serve for Georgetown. Just over the net. Skims it. A battle at the net for it there, and Ellie Linebrink with the dunk back down on the overpass from the serve receive. And a point to Georgetown. 9-5, Eagles by 4. And Carson Walker back to serve again. Serve over. Bass will set it up. The attack by the libero good. Dug by Carson Walker. Set it up. Miller sends it on the far sideline. Nice dig there by Sodick. And a play there by Kamek. But she sent it wide here on the near side and out. An error for the Bees. Point to Georgetown. 10-5. Lead the biggest so far at 10-5. Carson Walker serves it across. Big Ketley passes it. And the attack by Mallory Miller is long and out. Point back over to the Bees. Academy trails it 6-10 here in set number 2. Back to serve goes the Bees, number 2, Abby Golden. Academy tip over there, but a good dig by Riley Holland. Linebrink, the tip over of her own. Back here on the near side, good read. And drops it in front of Kaylin Kamek for the kill. 11-6, Georgetown by 5. A good effort there by Riley Holland to get that ball up, and a good read by Linebrink to send it over the net on a soft tip. Served by Pitt Kepley, dug by Good, set it up. A good save by Linebrink. Miller has the second touch. Free ball sent over by Holland. The Bees will try to set it up. Back row attack, a good one, dug by Holland. Big Ketley will send it far side. Mallory Miller, the swing, dug by Kamek. Linebrink, Holland, far side. Miller will send a free ball over, and Academy has a chance here to set it up. Set near side. The attack into the block. Academy will try it again. Second ball sent over. Carson Walker there to read it. A swing by Amory Anderson, dug by the Bees. Here they go. Sodick shot over, dug by Holland. Carson Walker has the second touch. Free ball sent over by Pitt Ketley. Academy gets a chance to set it up. Quick set, ball sent over, and an error there. On the hitting error by the Bees, and it will be long and out. They're looking for a touch, but don't get the call. And it's 12-6. Georgetown by 6, and Pitt Ketley will continue her serve for the Lady Eagles. Far side jump serve, near corner. Sodick unable to get a good touch on it. Down for an ace. 13-6. Georgetown by 7. Georgetown took set number 1, 25-9. Looking to take a 2-set win here and get a couple match break. before their third match of the day. Another good serve by Pitcatley. Second touch sent over. But a good play there by the setter to dump it over on the second contact. That was on Kayla Pass. And the point over to the Bees. 7-13. They trail by 6. Serve received by Georgetown. The attack by Mallory Miller and the kill. Nice swing there by Mallory Miller. And here comes the substitutions for Georgetown as Riley Holland will come off on the front row. Scout Robinson back in. Ellie Linebrink off on the back row. And Amelia Albright back in. She'll drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles, leading it 14-7 here in set number 2. Albright's jump serve across the way. Bees will set far side. The attack blocked at the net. And a good block there by Mallory Miller. Anderson beside her. But the attack by number 12, Cambry Wilkinson, not kind as the block brings it right back off of her out of bounds and point to Georgetown. Albright near side jump serve, sends it across, and a rocket that goes off of 2 of the Bees. For the point, another ace for Albright. Subbing in for the Bees comes in number 8, Hannah Simpson. For number 9, Mackenzie Green. Albright to serve again. Pass up, Sodick sets near side. The tip over, read there by Miller. Albright will set it. Scout Robinson, what a play. Tips it down the net to keep it inside the antenna. And a scramble here by the Bees. Send it over on a free ball. The attack, Miller just long. And out. Side out to the Bees. 8-16. Academy trails by 8. Good, the libero to serve for the Bees. Sends it over. Carson Walker, Miller, far side, Scout Robinson. And into the net it goes. Side, our point to the Bees, 9-16. They trail by 7. Miller up to Albright. Dumps the second ball over and flat-footed catches the Lady Bees standing. A nice read there by Albright to read the gap in the defense. And drops it in for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. Madeline Bradley back in. Tricia Carson Walker checks out on the front row. The serve by Mallory Miller. And Abby Golden at the last second stuck the hand out. It's going to be close if it was in on the line, but the ace for the Lady Eagles, 18-9. Mallory Miller will serve again with the Eagles leading it by 9, 18-9 here. The attack by the Bees, sails long. A good swing there by Hannah Simpson, but just long past the inline. And a point to Georgetown. Lead is the largest, 19-9. Mallory Miller will continue the serve. The high toss serve now for Miller. And a rocket sent over. And an ace for Mallory Miller. After a little run, she'll get the approval. As Simpson will check out. Mackenzie Green back in for the Lady Bees. But Mallory will get the approval from head coach Jenny Richardson to send the rocket. And to get the high toss and the jump. Here comes the high toss. Mallory Miller from the middle of the back line. Sends it in there. Tipped over, Sodick, good read there. Tight pass to the net, she dumps the second touch over. And a side out to the Bees. 10-20, they trail by 10. And back to serve goes number 6, Maddie Henderson for the Bees. From the far side, Pitcatley up to Albright. Right side, Amory Anderson gets the kill. Good swing there by Amory Anderson, 5'9" junior. Sends it to the far corner off of B for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. 21-10. Georgetown leads by 11. And Anderson will drop back to serve. Macy Gates back on in the front row. Pitcatley, the libero, steps off. Anderson serves deep and out. Third service error of the set. Fourth of the match for the Lady Eagles. And Anderson will rotate off with the libero. Pitcatley coming back on in the back row. And back to serve goes Haley Sodick for the Lady Bees, trailing by 10, 11-21. Good serve. Miller has it. Albright. Bradley will send over a little punch shot. The Bees set it up. They tip it over, but right into the block of Scout Robinson. Now a tip over there. Ketley gets a pancake on it. But into the net, and Bradley unable to get a good second touch. Point to the Bees. And they trail it by 9, 12-21. Sodic serve deep and out. That's their first service error of the set. Only the second service error of the match for the Lady Bees. Ellie Linebrink in for Amelia Albright. Riley Holland subs in for Scout Robinson on the back row. Riley Holland will drop back to serve, leading by 10, 22-12. Floater deep corner. Bass will have the second touch. The swing by Moses, cross court, but long and out. And the Eagles 2 points away from a two-set sweep. And Coach Kamick will take her first time out of the set. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment, leading at 23-12 here over the Academy Bees. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Out of the timeout, Riley Holland will continue her serve for the Lady Eagles. 23-12, the serve is deep and just out. So a fourth service error of the set, fifth of the match. For the Lady Eagles, point to the Bees. 13-23, they trail by 10. As Joe Moses back to serve for the Bees. Flat-footed serve from the middle. Ketley up to Holland. Back row attack for Miller. Moses with the dig. Bass will send it near side. Back row attack sent across. Ketley on the dig. Holland set to the far side. The swing by Bradley and a kill for Madeline Bradley. Side out back to Georgetown, and we have set and match point here. And Trisha Carson Walker will come on to serve for Georgetown. 24-13, serving for the set and the match. Carson Walker from the near side sends it deep. Misplayed there, a scramble and a free ball sent into the net. And Georgetown has won it 2-0 over the Lady Bees from Academy, 25-9, 25-13. They improved to 1-1 on the day, 4-2 overall on the season. And we'll get a couple of hours off as a couple more matches will go here in Pool 3. And then Georgetown will come back at 2 p.m. to take on the Rock Hill Blue Hawks in the last set of the day here at Georgetown High School main court for Pool number 3. Thanks for joining us. Georgetown wins it 2-0 over the Academy Lady Bees. We'll take a break and be back with more Lady Eagle Volleyball in a little bit. But remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good afternoon.